but I need to be able to get energy to live with. So there's a word called autotrophs. Autotrophs are defined as any organism that can produce their own energy. Autotrophs are organisms that can produce or generate their own energy. And realize that if we have a black and a white, a left and a right, an up and a down, right, a hot and a cold, if we have an organism that can produce its own energy, then we probably have organisms that cannot produce their own energy. Right? That's the opposite.
Yeah.
So what organism can you think of cannot produce its own energy? It doesn't have to consume anything. That does have to consume, pardon me. Us.
I was just
Right?
about to say humans.
We can't produce our own energy. We got to eat plants and animals in order to get energy from them. So we're taking the energy from the hamburger, the lettuce. Well, no, forget that. There's no energy in lettuce, right? In plant matter, right? We're taking that stored energy in the form of chemical bonds, and we're going to use it to make our own usable form of energy. So we're not an autotroph. We are a heterotroph.
And
Oops.
Wouldn't the lettuce though have energy because it's a plant, and plant gets energy from photosynthesis?
Lettuce, we really should stop selling lettuce in the grocery store. It costs way much more in energy to produce lettuce. And look up how many calories you get in lettuce. Very little. It costs a lot of water to make lettuce. And watermelon. Two nice tasting things, but environmentally are not really a good idea because they take so much water to get them. And they contain so few nutrient products, other than just tasting really, really nice. So we're a heterotroph. We need to consume our energy. We cannot produce our own energy. In looking at autotrophs, the basic idea, quickly, is the energy of sunlight, right, going through a process called photosynthesis, produces a different form of energy, an energy compound called glucose. Now, you got to go back to the first week of the quarter. If we have two elements side by side, two atoms side by side, right, and we're going to form a covalent bond. How do we form a covalent bond between two atoms? What are they sharing?
Electrons.
Electrons, right? That's the bond. That's the energy. If we can separate those two, we release the energy from those. Well, that means there's energy in all of these bonds, even ones you can't see with hydrogen. That's where the energy actually is. It's in the chemical bonds of that stuff. Okay. Well, how do we make all this energy? Well, plants are going to start off with sunlight. And have you ever taken a prism in high school or in a physics class and a piece of glass, right? And you shine the sunlight through it. It then separates all the various wavelengths of energy into a prism, into a rainbow. Every different color is a certain wavelength, or in other words, energy level of that sunshine. The reason sunshine looks white is because you're mixing